She walks. I leave plenty of room between us. She won't notice. So the other people around us won't suspect. She and I are complete strangers. That's why I have to do my best to make following her look natural. She walks into an apartment building. I don't go in yet, but I instead watch from outside. She takes the elevator up. The elevator stops at the 6th floor. I check the common mailbox on the 1st floor. There are 5 mailboxes for the 6th floor. I touch one of them and feel a sharp sensation. I smell it. There's no mistake. Her room is the 3rd one on the 6th floor. I enter the elevator and press 6. I'm excited. I grip the knife in my pocket tightly while in the small elevator. She's very close by. Just a little more and I can... her. Just thinking about it makes me feel ecstatic. My whole body feels like a sexual organ just before climax. I get off the elevator. The 6th floor corridor is empty. This is good. Quickly. I want to do it. I arrive in front of room 3. I'm about to press the doorbell when I stop. Those glasses are in my way. I can't do what I've come to do with them on. It's a promise, Shiki. You should never cut those lines thoughtlessly. Ellipsis. Long ago, a woman told me such a thing. But right now, neither her name nor her face comes to mind. Slowly, I remove my glasses. I can see the black lines, and not just them. Has something happened to my eyes? Apart from those abominable lines, I can see points like black holes. Countless numbers of them. I don't know myself what I'm trying to do. Why I'm trying to do this. What does Tonoshiki want to do with this girl? I don't know. Still not knowing, I push the doorbell. Yes? I hear the voice behind the door, and the door opens a crack. In that instant, I slip through it. Eh? The girl says. No, she tries to say. She will never get to finish what she tried to say. Because I cut her apart before she could. In that instant, I slip through the door. Not taking even a second, I draw the knife across the lines running throughout the girl's body. Stabbing, slashing, piercing, driving, splitting into pieces. Completely and utterly, I kill her. The black lines that divide her into 17 pieces. Throughout the neck, back of the head, from the right eye to the lips, upper right arm, right ring finger, left elbow, left thumb, left middle finger, left breast, from the rib to the heart, from the stomach to the abdomen in 2 pieces, left groin, left thigh, left leg, left toe, all of them. As I pass by her, not even taking a second, truly, in an instant, entirely, I dismantle her into 17 pieces of meat. I can hear an incredibly dumb-sounding voice. It doesn't feel like the voice is coming from my own throat. Dizziness. The minced pieces of the girl lie before my eyes. The real blood is all over the wooden floor like an overturned bucket of water. The real blood, the red blood. Fucking idiot. There is a choking scent of blood. The cuts are very clean, so her insides don't spill out. Only the color of red goes across the ground. Strange. There's nothing in the room. Nothing but the girl's scattered limbs and me, standing there, dumbfounded. What? A sea of red blood is spreading over the floor. In my hands, I grip the knife, the murder weapon. She's dead. Of course she is. She wouldn't be human if she was alive. What? There's nothing to ask. I just did it with my own hands. With my own hands, cleanly and instantly, I cut apart this girl I didn't even know. I killed her? Yes, there's no mistaking it. Or am I mistaken? There's no reason for me to do such a thing. That's why it's a mistake. It has to be a mistake. But I had no reason from the start. That's why it's a mistake. It has to be a mistake. The red blood flows all over the floor. Slowly, the dark red stain creeps across my feet. Surprised, I lift my shoe, but I'm too late. Like coal tar, the blood makes a thread connecting the pool on the floor and my foot. It's red blood? The color I hate, still flowing even now. All because I cut her apart. It wasn't me. Yes, it has to be a mistake. A mistake. A mistake. Probably a mistake. Definitely a mistake. This is just a bad dream. This is, without a doubt, reality. It's just a dream, Shiki. It's just a dream. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with the first option because Shiki's probably gonna go crazy if I tell him otherwise. This is just a bad dream. But somehow, this stench of blood smells so horribly real. Wrong. Yes. Wrong. You're wrong. But I killed her. Is that fact wrong? I didn't kill her. Is that fact wrong? Yes, Tonoshiki wanted to kill that girl. That's what I wanted to do back then. Just that it was all so muddy inside my head, I didn't put it into words. Wrong. You're wrong. Wrong. I feel like throwing up, but from the smell of blood, the contents of my stomach rise in my throat. The crimson is soaking into my eyeballs. I feel dizzy. I fall down from my knees into the sea of red blood. My gastric juices come up. I throw everything back up. My food, my gastric juices, everything while I cry. There's nothing left in my stomach, but my body continues to force me to throw up, as if trying to undo what had occurred and return me to a normal life. Pain. It hurts, like my insides are burning. The tears won't stop, and my body collapses to the floor like a pile of garbage. My knees sink into the red puddle spread all over the floor. Red starts to stain my body. It's so painful and red, it's like I'm dreaming. I keep crying. The fact that I killed someone is making me sad. No, that's not right. I'm sad because I killed her without reason, like breaking apart a doll. I don't understand why I feel like this, why I killed her without reason. I can't find the reason. It's a lie. It doesn't feel real. So this is just one of those dreams I have when I faint. It's a lie. Besides, how can someone cut apart someone like that with just a knife? I read it in a book once. It takes a whole day of strenuous labor to cut someone up, even when using a saw. That's why there's no way I could have possibly done such a thing with just a knife. Those lines never existed in the first place. Everything was just a delusion I had fallen for. It's a lie. Hey, keep telling yourself that, Shiki. Gastric juices drips over my lips. Passing out of my mouth, dripping down my jaw. Mixed with the juices is something red. My throat is probably bleeding because my stomach keeps trying to throw up even when there's nothing left in there. It hurts. That's why this isn't a dream, and I'm just lying to myself. It's all lies. Yes, actually I understand everything. I lusted after her. Just looking at her aroused me. When I cut her apart, it was so thrilling I almost ejaculated. Okay. Those eyes, too. If I knew these lines could cut things apart like paper being shredded, I should have understood that even a person could easily be cut apart like I did just to her. Like I just did to her. I had lived a normal life without even thinking about something like that. If I really am the sort of dangerous person who could easily cut just about anything, then I should have put out these eyes or lived a life without seeing anyone. I'm sorry, Sensei. I'm so sorry. Not even such a simple promise was I able to keep. Have I gone insane? I would have to say so. At this point, yeah, I'd have to say that you have. But it's a lot more complicated than that, as the viewers will probably come to find out. I don't know. There isn't even a trace of that impulse left. The thought of holding back never crossed my mind. I didn't even consider trying to stop myself. Kill this girl. It had seemed like the obvious thing to do, and I went through with it. Then the answer is simple. I must be insane. I've probably been mad since 8 years ago, when... Well... Well, shit. Thanks for letting me read that last part. Yep. Never happened, Shiki. Nothing happened. Everything's fine. Don't even worry about it. I can hear the sound of rain coming from somewhere. It's raining. I'm in a daze. My throat hurts when I try to breathe. Ouch. I can't speak. Shiki-sama? Then I become aware of someone's presence near me. My room. Somehow I'm in my own room. Good morning, Shiki-sama. Hisue? Yes. How are you feeling? What? Hisue asks me an odd question. There's not a single thing wrong with my body, but... I... Yes, why? Why am I sleeping in a place like this? Even though I was about to say killed someone, but I stopped myself. My brain tells me I shouldn't say those words. What am I doing here, Hisue? Do you not remember? Your school called to say you left early. However, you did not come back even after dusk, so when my sister went out to look for you, she found you resting in the park. Park? You mean the park near here? Yes, when she found you, you were resting on the park bench. Then you returned to the mansion on your own feet. You've got to be kidding. I don't remember any of that. I do not believe it is such an odd thing that your memory is unstable, Shiki-sama. It is difficult for me to say this, but when my sister brought you back, you were in a daze. Ellipsis. I don't remember any of this, but I have no reason to doubt what Hisue says. Yeah, it's already 9 o'clock. I don't remember anything. Yes, when you returned to the mansion, you said you wanted to sleep. My sister suggested we call a doctor, but you said it happens all the time. I see. I guess I do collapse from anemia all the time, but this time it's different. Because I had killed someone. Huh? What did I look like, Hisue? Huh? My clothing, I mean. Was my uniform, with the blood? It was stained with blood. Your uniform was dirty, so I am washing it. Washing? You mean those blood-stained clothes? There was certainly mud on it, but nothing like blood. Huh? But it was so... Even though I was on my knees in a sea of blood, and both my arms and legs had been completely soaked red? Have you had a nightmare of some sort, Shiki-sama? You looked like you were having a bad dream until now, and you do not look fine. Hisue stares at my face. A dream? That... a dream? Was it a dream? That feeling. The smell of blood. That hideously beautiful white girl. No, maybe you're right. That's just a bad dream. Phew. I breathe out slowly. That's right. That's gotta be a bad dream. There's no way I would break my childhood promise to Sensei needlessly and for no reason. I'm finally awake. Yes. If you are feeling better, I will go prepare dinner now. Dinner, huh? I know it's just a dream, but the color and smell of blood still lingers in my mind. No, it's fine. I'm just going to sleep like this tonight. More importantly, Hisui. Yes? What is it, Shiki-sama? Well... It seems like I came back after dusk. Did Akiha say something? Akiha-sama was not home yet at the time. She came back about 2 hours ago and was informed of your condition through my sister. Hisui seems silently ask, what about it? Oh, it's nothing. I was just wondering why she was disgusted with me for causing her trouble on just the second day after I've come back. It did seem like Akiha-sama was distressed, but I would not say she was disgusted. Saying that, Hisui takes a step away from me. Well, I will be leaving now. Please call for me if you need anything. Yeah, thanks. Oh, one more thing I forgot to ask. Yes, what is it, Shiki-sama? It's raining outside. When did it start? Before you came back, Shiki-sama. When my sister found you, you were drenched. Ellipsis. I see. I can't even remember that. It seems like it was a pretty serious case of anemia. If that's the case, I shouldn't have pushed myself and should have just rested at school. Good night. Oh. Good night. I'm really sorry about today. Please express my gratitude to Kaku-san too. I understand. Good night. A dream, huh? It's like I don't even know what I felt. But if I can't understand what happened or how I felt about it, how do I know it was a dream? I can hear the sound of the rain outside. My mind still feels a little heavy. I glance down at my chest. The old wound from 8 years ago is still distinctly there, like a burned scar. On top of my desk lies the knife my father left me. That old blade which had cut the white girl into 17 pieces. That was a dream? Nothing more. I repeat this over and over again, trying to placate myself until I sleep. But when I was a child, I think someone once told me, don't tell lies that can't even fool yourself. Chapter 3, The Black Beast. Third day. When I come to, it's morning. Maybe the rain stopped. I can't hear it anymore. It seems clouded outside and the sunlight through the window is dim. Taking a deep breath, I get out of bed. I didn't sleep well last night. Over and over, I was about to fall asleep. That scene would replay in my mind and keep me awake. A crimson floor and limbs everywhere. Reason and memory are liabilities at times like these. They force me to remember things I only want to forget. It's just a dream. Why am I so bothered by it? Yes, just a dream. I should forget it quickly, without a moment's delay. Knock, knock. Someone knocks on the door. It's past 6 o'clock in the morning. Who could it be this early? Excuse me. Shiki-sama, are you awake? Yeah, I've been sleeping since yesterday afternoon, so I'm awake early. So what about you, Hisui? What's happening at this time in the morning? Hisui falls silent. Actually, now that I look carefully, I notice that she has my school uniform in her hands. I see. You brought me a change of clothes? Yes. I am sorry. I have shown you something you do not wish to see. Hisui keeps silent. What is it I didn't want to see? I don't get it at all. I don't understand, but thanks anyway. Just leave the clothes there. I'll get changed soon and go to the sitting room. Hisui nods in assent. Very well, then. please excuse me. Hisui begins walking silently, only to suddenly turn around. Shiki-sama, if you have the time, I will also prepare a bath for you. A bath? In the morning? Yes. You are terribly dirty, Shiki-sama. Would it not be best for you to wash before you go to school? Hisui asks me with her usual lack of expression in a disinterested voice. Now that she mentions it, I am dirty. I did collapse from anemia in the park yesterday, after all. It's not natural. Yeah, would you mind doing that for me? I'll have time for that before I go to school if it's this early. I understand. Please come to the bathroom in about 20 minutes. Hisui sets my uniform down and leaves the room. It's still 6 o'clock in the morning. With nothing to do, I spend the 20 minutes in my room staring at the ceiling. I enter the bath and pour water over my head, which makes me feel a little refreshed. I take a deep breath as the cold water soaks my hair. What a terrible dream. There's gotta be something wrong with me having a dream where I kill a beautiful woman like that. If just one day of living in an unfamiliar mansion is enough to give me dreams like that, I hate to think what the days ahead are going to be like. I've really got to get it together. I clear my head with another splash of cold water and wash myself. Ow! I feel a sting as the towel touches my throat. What's this? I look at my neck in a mirror. How did this happen? My throat is red and swollen. It's almost as if I injured it by repeatedly throwing up. I return to my room and change into my uniform. It's barely 7 o'clock. Astounded at how much clearer my head feels after the bath, I pick up my bag and leave the room. Kohaku-san has just come out of the sitting room when I go down the stairs. Good morning, Shiki-san. You sure are early today. Kohaku-san makes a bow while smiling. And you look refreshed too. Oh, and you look refreshed too. Have you just had a bath? Yeah, I just took one. That's amazing, Kohaku-san. Can you tell? I can tell just by looking at you because your hair isn't dry, Shiki-san. You certainly look cuter after you've had a bath. I avert my gaze just a little as I'm faced with that warm, carefree smile. It's kind of embarrassing. Please hold on for just a minute. I'm going to prepare some breakfast now. Eh? Breakfast? I guess she means something to eat. That's probably what that usually means. Such a trivial thing causes me to remember that color of blood. I don't have much of an appetite at the moment. Is a Western-style breakfast like yesterday fine with you, Shiki-san? Yeah. I really don't mind, so breakfast. Huh? That bath felt good, damn it. Yeah, I really don't mind, so breakfast, huh? That bath felt so good, I almost forgot about it. Really? You didn't eat last night either, so I was talking to Hisui-chan about how maybe the sound of your stomach might have woken you up. No. Sadly, that's not the case. I've been a light eater since I was little, so I often skip 1 or 2 meals at a time. I see. Now that you mention it, you've got a nice body without any excess of meat on you. Could it be that you're a vegetarian? Perhaps. Come to think of it, I get the feeling that all I ate at the Arma house were vegetables. Kohaku-san busily heads back to the sitting room. But I don't feel like eating right now. It's alright, Kohaku-san. I'll go to school without eating today. Tell Akiha for me. Bye. I head towards the doorway. Suddenly, my arm is tightly grabbed. Shiki-san! Eh? I can't believe it. Kohaku-san is angry. What are you saying? What are you saying, Shiki-san? Haven't you looked in the mirror this morning? Well, I took a look in the bathroom mirror. You're lying. You wouldn't say something like that if you looked even once. Kohaku-san is seriously angry. Come to think of it, when I saw my face in the mirror, I think I saw a death warmed over. I'll be fine. It's just that I don't have a lot of blood in me, so I look worse than normal people. This won't do. You won't grow without eating breakfast. If you don't have an appetite, I'll prepare you something easy to eat. So please, go to the dining room. Holding onto my arm, she drags me towards the sitting room. I've got no choice. I really don't feel like going along with this, but I'll have to accept Kohaku-san's good intentions. Good morning, Nii-san. How do you feel? Akiha greets me reservedly. The firmness about her yesterday is gone. I guess it's because she's worried about me. Good morning. I'm feeling, well, good in a certain way. Returning her greeting, I head towards the dining room. Ah! Please wait here, Shiki-san. I'll call you when it's ready. Kohaku-san disappears into the dining room by herself, leaving me, the downcast-looking Akiha, and Hisue, who stands emotionlessly by the wall. This is kind of awkward. Nii-san, what about last night? Is it true that you collapsed in the park? Seems so. I don't really remember it myself, but if that's what Kohaku-san and Hisue say, then it must be what happened. Oh, stop talking like it's someone else's problem, Nii-san. You have a weak body, so if you ever feel bad, please contact the mansion. I will send someone to pick you up right away. Hey, listen, there's no need for that. I'm not like a primary school kid. I can make it home by myself no matter how bad I feel. Then I guess the fact that you could not make it home last night would mean you are a child. It sucks to admit it, but Akiha is right. Yesterday was different. That kind of thing is really rare. Look, just because I have chronic anemia doesn't make my body weak. There's no reason for you to worry about every little thing, Akiha. Yesterday was, you know, just a terminal case of bad timing. That's all. A terminal case? A terminal case? Please do not use such inauspicious words, Nii-san. You only have just come back to the mansion. What would you do if you died? What would I do if you died? Akiha is seriously angry. Jeez. You take things too easily, Nii-san. Please take better care of yourself. Even if you tell me that, I don't push myself as it is. I'm not in any clubs, so I don't and I do everything the doctor says. You have to put me in a sanitarium for me to get any better care. Yes, and I would love to do that if I could. Avoiding my gaze, Akiha says something very frightening. As for Hisue, she's just standing by the wall like a statue. I'm at a loss for conversation. There's still some time until we eat, so talk about Akiha, talk about Kohaku, or talk about the mansion. Let's go ahead and save before we do anything. Okay. Well, Akiha seems pretty pissed, so how about we just talk about her? Ah, Akiha. If I remember correctly, you go to the Asagami Ladies Academy, right? That's right. Asagami Ladies Academy goes all the way from middle school to university. Akiha's gaze seems to ask, what about it? Well, it's a boarding school for ladies, isn't it? I'm wondering why you're commuting there from home. Dear Mr. Asagami and fathers were friends, so he indulges my requests. There is a provision to attend school from one's home under certain circumstances. Akiha gives a concise response. No, that's not what I'm asking about. You were living in the dormitory up until the old man died, right? Why are you only starting to commute there now? She holds back her words and looks away. Shiki-sama, Akiha-sama has traditionally spent half of every week here. It is nothing extraordinary for her to commute to the Asagami Ladies to the academy from the mansion. Ah, really? That sounds tough. Asagami Ladies Academy is in the next prefecture, right? Isn't it easier for you to enjoy the dormitory life rather than having to come back to the mansion all the time? Yes, you may be right, but it is what father wanted, so I spend half of the week here. But the old man isn't here anymore, so you don't have to force yourself, right? Dormitory life is kind of fun after all. Well, I wouldn't be troubled if it were that easy. But if I were to leave you by yourself, there's no telling what might happen to you, is there? With things like that happened yesterday, I will still be attending school from the mansion for now. One more thing, Nissan. She straightens her posture and looks right at me. Yeah? The lodgings at Asagami Ladies Academy are not dormitories. They are boarding houses. Please get it right next time. Akiha's words are wrapped in thorns. Actually, I was prickled plenty of times by them the first day back, but this morning there is something sulky about them. Shiki-san, it's ready! I can hear Kohaku-san's voice from the dining room. Right, so I'm gonna get some grub. Oh, Nissan, please refrain from talking in such an unrefined manner. Akiha shoots me a sharp glance. Ah, you've finally gone back to normal. I liked you more when you were calm because you were worried about me. I was not worrying about you, Nissan. Akiha quickly looks away. Looking at her with a faint smile, I go to the dining room. My cat is messing with my mouse wire. Stop that. I'm escorted outside by Hisue. Please take care. Saying the same thing she always does, she continues to stare at me. Shiki-sama, what happened to you last night? Last night? Nothing in particular. I was just feeling sick at school, so I left early. I was on my way back when... I just collapsed in the park. Well, I guess I was just being careless, like Akiha said. Yeah, I'll be more careful from now on. I am not placing any blame on you, Shiki-sama, but you look like you were pushing yourself this morning. Please take care along the way. Hisue makes a deep bow and sees me out. As I approach the school, I begin to catch sight of more and more students in uniforms. It's Saturday, so most of them are smiling while they walk. It's only a little way to the main gate once I pass this intersection. It's still only 7:30. Looks like I'll be able to get to school with time to spare today. The light turns red and I stop in front of the crosswalk. The school fence is just on the other side. Since it's a school path, the footpath is protected by a guardrail. Even now, the students in front of me are heading towards the school gate. There's no one but students from our school on the other side at this time of day. There should be no one but the students. But between the cars rushing by, I feel like I catch a glimpse of someone in white. Oh shit. What? She is there, dressed in white, with golden hair down to her shoulders, long, slender brown and red eyes. I've seen her only once before, but there's no way I can mistake her for someone else. But that's impossible. I killed her myself yesterday, cutting her into pieces. What? No, even that's a lie. It's all just a dream. Hisue told me so. No, she didn't say anything of the sort. It's just that I wanted to believe it was a dream. Then it really wasn't a dream. But then, why? Why does she exist, as real as anything? The light turns green. The students around me walk towards the other side. I'm the only one amongst them who stands there, stunned. She sits on the guardrail, her legs swinging idly, as if she's waiting for someone. I can't tell how long she's been waiting, but her expression isn't a grim one. Who's she waiting for? She fidgets restlessly, as if she were waiting for her lover. I have a bad feeling about this. The girl in white looks over in my direction. It's probably nothing more than a coincidence. She's just a stranger who looks like her. She must be waiting for someone else. If not, then this moment must surely be a bad dream too. After all, I completely and utterly killed her with my own hands. But she was looking this way and smiling, looking very satisfied at having found the person who killed her. Her smile seems to say, "You finally come." Giving a familiar wave and a smile, she hops off the guardrail. Fluttering her hair, she heads towards me. Don't come. This is a bad dream. The light turns red. Don't come near me. She doesn't even look like she cares, walking straight across the street while the cars pass by. There's only a few meters between us. I'm telling you not to come! The reality before my eyes does not change even when I scream out. Screaming in a voice that I don't understand, I run from the girl in white. I run. I run with all my strength. With no regard to embarrassment or shame, I blast through the passers-by, running full speed across the asphalt. My breathing is wild, and my heart screams out. But still, I run. Stop scratching that. Stop it. My cat's trying to scratch my computer. I feel like I'm going to go crazy if I don't. I look behind me. The girl in white is walking towards me. She's definitely following me. The girl I've killed is chasing me. That's more than enough reason for me to run. My heart feels like it's about to explode, but I ignore it and keep running. While I look back, the girl is still there. With those light footsteps, she follows me as I run away. My head droops down. My arms feel heavy. My legs feel like they're going to tear off. But despite that, I'm running with all my strength, and yet I can't get away from someone just walking after me.